man dealt the cards in the usual manner, but in the next moment, Mike suddenly broke the man's finger. It turned out that Carl had used a special card dealing technique called second card. This technique exploited the psychological blind spot where most people believe that cards are always dealt from the top, but in reality, it's the second card that's secretly dealt. With skillful handling, ordinary people couldn't tell the difference with the naked eye. However, no matter how fast Carl's hands were, they couldn't escape Mike's sharp gaze. To prevent Carl from cheating again, Jack randomly selected a boy playing with a ball on the hill to deal the cards. Carl decided to take the game seriously. He summoned his stand, using lightspeed cutting to divide his chips into 6 equal parts. He then explained that according to poker rules, if a player believes their hand is likely to lose, they can fold, but they must still place a bet for each round. To play the game, Jack had to have chips. Without hesitation, Jack placed his own soul as the bet. The game resumed, with both players receiving 5 cards. After looking at his cards, Carl decided to exchange 2 cards, while Jack opted to exchange 3. The chips were placed on the table, and each side revealed their hands. Jack had 2 pairs 8s and 9s, but Carl's hand was stronger. In the very first round of the game, Jack lost half of his soul. The game continued, and Carl was pleased with his hand. But what puzzled him was that Jack didn't even look at his cards. This made Carl angry. Clearly, Jack was looking down on him. However, Jack remained indifferent, unaffected by Carl's insults. In fact, Jack went so far as to add his friend's soul into the bet as well. The boy then exchanged one of Carl's cards. Carl felt even more confident now that he would win. It turned out that the boy was one of Carl's subordinates. Jack naively thought he had found a random person to deal the cards, but in reality, everyone present had been prearranged by Carl. The boy, following Carl's instructions, had dealt Jack 5 bad cards. Everything was going according to Carl's plan, and he was sure that he would win this game. Carl then pushed all his chips into the pot. However, Jack no longer had any chips left to match the bet. Carl, unfazed, suggested they could continue the game with the soul of Flower Kewen as the wager. Jack immediately agreed.